Morning, guys. Today we're going to be creating an AI voice agent for my agency. I recently launched an agency and we are building it live in front of you guys. And today we're going to be doing a voice agent. The reason we're doing this is I'm going to be calling businesses, offering the voice agent as an offer to them. And so I'm going to be adding in a number there that says, hey, if you want to see this in action, call this number, book a time on my calendar. So that's why we're doing it. It's going to be a bit of a boring video because I'm going to be actually building it in front of you guys. So I'm going to be stumbling through it. So if you guys don't want to watch me hit my head against the wall, just check out the next video. But otherwise, let's get into it. All right. So we are in my high level account here. This is what I've decided. I looked into a bunch of platforms on how I want to launch the agency. I've built a lot of websites with stuff like Kartra. So my podcast. Oops, that's not it. My podcast website, the real estate. I built with Kartra, and I built other websites with Kartra. I think they look good, but they don't have as much of the additional functionality that GoHighLevel uses. And I know it's kind of cliche to use GoHighLevel, but I really do feel like it's a good product for the price, and so that's what we're building this with. I was going to use SynthFlow for the actual AI or the AI agent because I've heard that's the best. But to have the AI agent within GoHighLevel, so we can be building the website and everything else all together in one package, is ideal. So yeah, that's the reason I'm using GoHighLevel. And I will go ahead and put my link or the GoHighLevel link in the show notes. So if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, let's get into this. All right. So here is the agent that I set up. Let me just take you kind of through how I blundered my way through this. I was recording it all originally, and I was just like hitting my head against the wall, and I was like, nobody wants to watch this. So I went ahead, figured it out, and now I'll step you guys through how I did it. So agent, if you go to your business and then you go to AI agents, first you're going to go to the voice AI caller. So there's a few things you need to set up. You need to set up the knowledge base. And the knowledge base is basically what the agent will grab from when they're having conversations and they need to answer questions about your business. What I did was I just added in the URL here so it could scrape it and then take the information from my website and use that as answers. There's also files, which it looks like it's coming soon. It's not here yet. I'm really excited for that because that's a lot easier to do. And then I can go to ChatGPT or Claude. I can put in my URL and I can say, hey, make me a fact based on this. And based on the conversations that I have in my inbox. So that you got to get that set up. Pretty simple to do. Let's go back to voice AI agent. Next step is to get a phone number. So you click add number and it will add phone number. It'll add it here. And I just chose a local number. You guys can do whatever you want, but just choose a local. I chose a local number. It looks like it already. I don't think I set up Twilio. I don't think I did originally. So I think they automatically connect with Twilio, so you guys don't have to do that, which is nice. And then I set up a calendar because the goal of this voice AI agent is to schedule a call on my calendar. So I set this up. If you guys have ever used something like Calendly or anything like that, exact same thing. Let me just click into here. It's the same kind of stuff. I added the logo, I put in a description of the call. Chose initial discovery call availability. I don't really have any forms that they're going to be filling out, and then it comes pre-installed with notifications, so you guys don't have to deal with that. And so, calendar's set up, the phone number is set up, knowledge base is set up. Then you go to the voice AI agent itself, and I will show you how I how I did this. And so, agent name, inbound call. This is a scheduler. The point of this is to schedule people to call to schedule them on my calendar. I mentioned the campaign that I'm going to be running, cold email campaign. It's going to say, hey, we're launching this new service where we give AI voice callers, or where we can create an AI voice caller for you to schedule directly onto your calendar. Here's my number. You guys can see exactly how this works. So then they can call my business. It'll step them through the exact process. It's basically a demo that you don't have to demo because they're going to be calling and scheduling onto the calendar. They're already getting, by calling my business, they're going to get a preview of what they're buying. And then it'll, yeah, schedule them directly to the calendar. So scheduler, business name, yada, yada. That's pretty self-explanatory. The voice, there's a ton of voices in here, by the way. And I went through a few of them and then tested them. And the voices that they have in here, a lot of them, they go too fast. So you'll talk with them, and then like if they repeat your name back, I'll say my name's Gabe, and they say, okay, well, let me make sure I have this right. It's JBE, and they repeat the spelling back so quickly that you have no idea, you can't listen to it. And so Nova Westbrook, let's see if you can, I don't know if you can hear that, but Nova Westbrook was the best voice that I found for this because her responses are a little bit slower, and so you can actually understand what she's saying. And then I changed the initial message down here. It says, "Hi, you've reached Penguin Agency. Would you like to schedule an initial discovery call to see if we can help your business?" The reason I did this originally, it just says, "Hey, how can we help you?" But the point of this call is to get them scheduled, and so you change that initial message right there. And then go to agent goals. You're going to be adding in your knowledge base here. It will already prompt or tell it when to use the knowledge base. And then this is the prompt that I have for the call. I remember this is an appointment booking call. And so the background info is, you're an inbound caller or scheduler, dedicated appointment scheduling specialist, focused on assisting my clients to assisting my clients focused on to schedule an initial discovery call with the founder. Okay, so then I set up the goal of the caller of the scheduler, so it knows that, hey, what I am is I'm a scheduler. I get people to schedule calls with Gabe with me. And then I will actually put this whole prompt in the notes. So if you guys just want to steal it from me, you can go ahead and take it. But here, is there anything that I want to call out to you? Let's see. A lot of this, they have kind of pre-made stuff to help them, like with getting emails. A lot of this is pre-made, and so to clarify the email, you respond back to them. So book an appointment. Instructions: book an appointment with the caller for a Zoom call. Extract the date and time the caller would like to book the appointment. Always capture both date and time. That I put in there because sometimes I noticed that it wouldn't. It would just be capturing it would just be asking for the date, but you needed to ask for both the date and the time. And then the action, in order to actually schedule the appointment onto your calendar, you go down to new action, and then you go, let's see, update contact, or no, book an appointment, which is already, it's grayed out because I already did it. And then it will look like this. I'm having it offer 3 days. So, hey, do you want to schedule a call on Monday, Friday, or Saturday? Or Saturday is not an option, or or Tuesday, or whatever. It gives them 3 days that they can choose from. And then appointment slots, it gives them three appointment slots that they can choose from. And I'm going to actually increase that. It'll separate the appointment slots that it offers by 3 hours. So, hey, do you want to meet at 5 a.m., 8 a.m., or 11 a.m.? Something like that. And yeah, that's it. And so once this is done, is there anything else that I need to call out? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, if you guys, if you guys want to test it, you can call this number here, and that is my scheduler, so you can see how it works. But it works. It works great. It schedules it right onto the calendar. Once you have your calendar set up, it'll schedule them directly onto your calendar. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about setting up an AI caller, let me know. It's a lot easier than you think, and it's a great thing to offer because it's easy to set up, and it'll save businesses a lot of time with scheduling calls. Yeah, and before I actually sign off here, I wanted to show you. I ran through. I called the line, and I scheduled an appointment. I did it twice just to make sure it does work, and it does. It doesn't. What I need to do is update it to make sure that no one has already scheduled, because it looks like somebody's already scheduled over that, or I had already scheduled over it, and it allowed me to schedule over it. So I need to make sure that it checks that there's nobody already scheduled there. But you can see it did work. It scheduled it right on the calendar through a call, and I didn't have to hire anybody to take that call. So fantastic service to offer to small businesses, especially local service businesses. They're out there in the field. They don't want to, they don't have the time to pick up the call all the time. This is a 24/7 answering service. They're always on, always picking up the call. Never drop a call, and they can schedule it right to their calendars. So great offer. I'm really excited about starting to reach out and offering this to businesses.